But you talked about the infrastructure, right? So how did you the infrastructure, I think it's like more traditional, or like what's the infrastructure like? Because you need to change the infrastructure as well.
Yeah, so I would divide it, I think, into several parts. So I would include there the software side. Um, so we have here a lot of, so we're a mining company, yes, and IT, as you said, is not our main business. So actually, just the main purpose of IT was just to track how many metals,
Mm.
but to be sure that all the metals from all the ore, yeah, is our final product,
Mm.
yeah, or at least waste that we can track. Um, and yeah, for this reason, we have a lot of legacy systems. And one more thing, because in mining sector, and actually usually when you work with commodities, there are a lot of mergers and acquisitions that can go on. And for example, you can have one production facility that have a very different software stack, and you have to work with that, just how it works, because it's very difficult to change anything
Mm.
there. Yeah. So what you try to do is just to adapt to this software and try to build a system that can come from the data point and software that, so above all the system that can give you the data that you need. Just
Mm.
um, doing this kind of the system that is between the data analysis and this stack can allow you to build maybe more platform approach, yes,
Mm.
just to unify the processes. And from software perspective, so from infrastructure, sorry, it's kind of similar. So you can have a very different servers. So sometimes, so you can have very different conditions, because you have somewhere you can have a low temperatures, somewhere you can have high temperatures. For example, in smelters, so you have very high temperatures. So literally 1000 degrees of Celsius, even more.
Wow.
And yeah, you can. So you need to find the place. So you need to be very custom, yes, and robust at the same time, and flexible, of course. So we're trying to find, depending on the type of solution we're developing, there are so some data centers that are usually far away from the real production,
Mm.
but you need to spend the money on the network, yeah, on supporting the network. But at the same time, we're trying to develop so some wireless connections, but wireless are usually about computer vision, and you just need to manage the big amount of data there.
Mm.
Yeah. So these are kind of the problems we're working with. I would say our main challenge here is just to um, make um, the data centers, so let the technology be more wireless. Yes. So this is kind of the main challenge we are working with now, because if there will be more
Mm.
uh, wireless infrastructure, it will allow you to be more flexible, to install more cameras, and to look for more parameters to automate the production facilities more.
Mm. Yeah. So rather than going through a big transformation in the beginning, you're going like step by step. So what can I do? And then you're expanding it.
So I mean, organizational transformation. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean for the infrastructure, I mean.
Yeah, so in our case, we're just trying to. So yeah, the very important thing is that procurement of this of the software of the hardware can take a lot of time in our organization. Just to build so just for one solution, one server, the procurement for one server can take up to 9 months.
No.
An installation. So it's quite a big time, and you need to just plan it in advance just to be sure that everything is all right. And we're trying to plan a lot more hardware than we need to, just to be more safe, because we understand that technology develops very fast. Yeah, and if you have a more capacity for maybe some more solutions, it's better than not to have it. Yes.
Yeah.
So every time you can find how to just fill the space in your IT infrastructure. And one more thing, we have now a small budget for example, maybe some cameras, yeah, or maybe small processing, computation processing units, or just another processing units, for example, Jetson, yeah, or Jetson Nano, just for doing some smaller computations. So when we have this kind of budget, so we can spend it without any agreement, yes. And it helps for us to be a bit more flexible now. But we started with really big terms in terms of procurement, I mean, of hardware.
Yeah, that's very useful.